Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first race in ERL history that I enter in the championship lead. That's what you get when you have third, second and first in the first 3 rounds. And the qualifying result, a very underwhelming session for myself. Red Bull's Dreglar, winner of the first 2 races, has taken pole, with Bill 101 Bob for Ferrari in second place, his best start of the season. And Mike Gritzlo's third, the first time that I've not been on the front row, or indeed on pole position this season. Nevertheless, this is one of the tracks that I expect to do well on, due to my form at this track and just how much I really love the first sector in particular.
Have fun out there today. Good luck.
Because we're heading into some races like Monaco and Canada that I'm just horrific at, and I need to score many points at races like this. And Bahrain, for example, we made a pretty good start there actually. We're going to go around the outside, or at least attempt to, of Bill Bob. We're going to go very close to the grass there, but we should be able to feather the throttle around the outside. Not going to be able to touch dreglar at the moment. We've taken the inside of the second part of this sort of snail-shaped corner, and now we've got the advantage by using the rest of our curves, and into second position, which is where we need to be to track down I should say, Dreglar, who has made it quite a good first stint and gotten away from us as Livo moved up to the third position. He is second in the championship behind me, so I'm looking to beat him. Making our first pit stop way before everyone else. Just unfortunate that I use my tyres a lot harder than most of the guys in this field. So I'm setting up for an extra pit stop over certainly Livo, as a couple of cars go off there. I'm not sure if there was contact before I came into the close enough to see what was going on. We've got a car pitting there. I think that is Bill Bob. Now we're behind the second Williams driver, Snickers Bud, with a world map for a flag, nice. And we should be able to get some good traction out of here since he has not pitted yet. And those tyres will be pretty second hand by this. Whoa, some levitation. Nice. We're going to brake a lot later down here, so we can go around the outside. Yeah, good traction there and a bit of curves. Assists us back up into third position. We don't want to hang on to this, we want to accelerate into second and hopefully first. And fastest lap, as the guys in front still haven't pitted until now, Dreglar has. So he's got an extra 4 laps in the first stint. Almost doubling my stint as we go purple again. The undercut has worked on him and should work on Livo, as he's going a lot further again than the both of us. Thanks for that message, Murph. Very mature, but it didn't work, so good. And now you'll see that Dreglar better pace than me, unfortunately, in the Chinese round, at least on heavy fuels. And here he goes flying past, on his newer tyres it has to be said, with a bit of DRS assist, although we have not given up on the position. And there's a bit of an inside dive, unfortunately not the traction on the exit, so we still got an opportunity here. It says DRS on this straight as well. If we can get a good exit, looks like he's slightly watched that last corner. We do have DRS, so very close. We're going to take the outside. This is a great place to pass into turn 1 and sweep around the outside hopefully. We have 4 lap older tyres than him though, so this may not work. He has snuck back down the inside and indeed taken the position. That's unfortunate. I couldn't quite keep the front close enough to the apex, or at least to the middle of the track. But now Livo we've caught, and he's still out. He has not pitted yet. And in fact, oh, there he goes, finally making his first pit stop. I'm not sure if he actually started on the prime, maybe that might explain that. But now only 5 laps after he's made his first stop, we're making our second stop. So you can see that I'm obviously using my tyres way harder than these guys. We do see some fastest laps though. It does seem that the top 3 have broken away once again, and coming out of the pits again, a very similar story to the previous stint, is Dreglar. So into the net lead again, and it looks like the race is going to be between Dreglar and I, while Livo is on an alternate strategy, so he'll come into play at the end. I assume, as dreglar makes another pass under DRS, and I try not to run to the back of him, break on the curb a little bit, as he breaks tad earlier on the inside line, of course. 53 seconds back to 4th position, so we're pretty safe podium, I'd say. As I go very wide there, so I'm not going to be able to use the DRS to try and make an attempt at turn 1 this time. And here comes a interesting moment. The 2 leaders in front of me trying to sort out who's in the lead, and still Livo hasn't made his second pit stop. So he's gone incredibly far on both his sets of tyres. We're going to both get DRS. No, I'm not going to get DRS, but I do have dreglar's slipstream, which is enough to get me past the Williams. He's struggling a lot on tyres. And notice that I have kept up with dreglar this stint, so as the fuel burns off, I'm starting to pick up my pace in comparison to the other drivers. And if we look on the map, you will see that peeling off into the pits is Livo, so he's decided that his tyres have given up the ghost. And we've sort of gained a pit stop on him anyway, so probably time to make a pit stop for him. And a couple of laps later, this is where the race really swings into my favour as dreglar disconnects. He's been having a lot of issues as he's moved at this sort of time, and his new connection is not as good as his old one, which used to be very reliable, as my memory tells me. And into the pits we come again 3 times, and we're going to need to do a 4th stop. Use curves. Yes, I did use curves.
Driving as well as I've ever seen. This is exactly what we need until the end.
And as we said, a couple of fastest laps, we're trying to catch Livo. He's made 1 less pit stop than us still. And here he is going wide. We're going to go through here. He's on the options and has a bit of a laggy moment. So not going through at that particular point, unfortunately. But we shall follow to see if we can put some pressure on the Williams driver, who is 2nd in the championship. So remember, a victory for him here will put him back in to the championship hunt, while as a victory for me will extend my gap to, I believe, 21 points. I think that's right. Let's see, we were equal with him after Malaysia. Oh no, sorry. This will extend my gap to 14 points if I win this. And in fact, he'll be back even with me if this race is won by him and I finish 2nd. So, continuing to apply the blowtorch. Hopefully we're going to get some DRS here, and if we're using Rich, we are minus 1 lap of fuel, so we're going to need to save at some point.
We'll have to go very easy if we want to make enough of a saving to get to the end with any certainty.
And a bit of lag there, and Livo seems to be untouchable on the straights, so he must be running very low downforce, as I am too, but not quite the lowest setting he can. Anyhow, try and get a good of this corner, see if we can get him next straight. It seems that he's game time, in fact. And not much later, it's another opportunity out of these corners, which I really like. I'm very close to the back of him. We can switch sides and make a dive down the inside. Looks like we've done that pretty well. Turn across the curb and block off the exit. So that's a nice pass, and we're up into the lead. Lap 42. And now Livo's trying to overtake me back. So his tyre is lasting incredibly long. I pitted him way after him, and he's going down the outside. One of my favourite overtaking opportunities. And, well, I don't know what happened there. It's possible I may have lagged him off there, but on my screen, nothing really doing, and in this particular lead, not obliged to let him back through. He did not complain over the headset, so I just assumed that he may have taken a bit too much speed into the corner. We pit on the same lap for the final time, interestingly.
Nice driving. That was the fastest lap of the race.
So at this point, I have made 4 stops, he's made 3 stops, and we're now on the same number of laps to go. I believe he's chosen the same tyres as I have, I think the medium tyre. And now, with only 4 laps to go, he is within DRS. So this is the opposite situation to what we had last time at Bahrain, where I chased him down for the last couple of laps. Now he's chasing me down. And will it be the same result as in a last lap pass, perhaps, with the lead? As he's charging down the inside, he has put his nose in front at the hairpin. I turn across. No, he's on the option tyre actually. He's on the option, and we're on the prime. That's just to show the difference in our tyre wearing strategies. And now he's going for a move on the inside, and there's contact. There is contact, and on the map you can see he's lost time. So being the penultimate lap, this is really an advantage for us. But we can see that we got -1 lap of fuel. So there was problems still, but luckily the lean mix was actually available to me, as he was not right behind. And we take 2 victories in a row.
Congratulations on the win. The whole team's ecstatic. Great driving.
And another thrilling finish with Livo. And a second victory of the season. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. I've been Jacko.